Sugar Ray Leonard. And Darby Shirley scores the bout. 112, 112. This bout is a draw, ladies and gentlemen.
The bout is a draw. The bout is a draw.
Welcome to the Second Win Sports Media. My name is Rashid Hammond. And what this segment is a segment of analysis on the fights that are controversial decisions. And today we choose to do the controversial decision on the Leonard versus Hearns 2. As you know, that fight came out to be a draw. Two judges, one judge had Ray winning, one judge had Tommy Hearns winning, and the other judge had it evenly matched. I watched the fight with the sound off, as I do all my fights when I watch it and judge them. So this is a rejudge, and let me say this disclaimer immediately. This is my opinion. All other opinions are highly respected. Great fight. In my opinion, it's much different without sound, because you don't get caught into the hype of the commentators, actually who's also caught into the hype of the crowd. So watching it with that advantage gives you the fact that you can just totally focus in on the fight. You might want to ignore the replay because they tend to try to use the replay to persuade too. Great fight. I just think it wasn't as bad as it looked for Ray. When you're watching it, it's not as bad as it looked for Ray. Hearns did what he was supposed to do in terms of land the shots that he needed to land. I just think Hearns didn't do as much as it seemed. Hearns' only punch was that right hand, and that right hand will hurt Ray periodically throughout the rounds. He catch him, and once he catch him, but Ray by then already hit him with 7-8 shots. Again, similar situation to Hagler fight, but I think this one was a little much more decisively easier for me to judge. I thought Ray won a lot more decisive rounds than I did when I judged the Hagler fight. For example, I gave Ray rounds 1. I gave rounds 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12. Hearns, I gave Hearns rounds 2, 3, 7, and 11. It was some of those rounds where Ray hurt Hearns periodically. It was similar to the fight when he had him hurt at the end. It was a couple of times Ray was catching him and had him in those situations. Just the crowd seemed more hyped about the rematch, about the shots that Hearns was landing than anything that made it look like Ray actually lost that fight. My judging was 114 to 112 Ray Leonard. 2 knockdowns, rounds 3 and 12. Those were 10-8 rounds. So you put them up 4 rounds right there. You put him up 4 rounds. I already gave Ray rounds 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12. Hearns had the rounds that he needed to win. He had the 2-3, 2-3, 7, and 11. He really only won 4 rounds out of the entire fight. If it wasn't for those 2 knockdowns, Ray, in the eyes of the judges, may have decided to give him the victory. The 2 knockdowns made it the draw convincing to them, to the crowd. But to me, I thought Ray already had enough rounds in the bag where basically the only real rounds that Hearns won was the 2 knockdowns, 7 and 3. So he only won 4 rounds out the entire fight. I still gave Ray had a decisive, convincing edge over that fight. Leave a comment in the comment section if you agree or disagree. I just think Ray were landing the more solid inside shots when he catch him. Hearns would catch him once or twice. Boom! Catch him with a big right hand. And the crowd goes crazy. The crowd went off of that. Ray was catching him with a lot of shots inside, breaking him down to the body, bop, bop, coming back up top. And then he'll catch him. And then Ray was catching him periodically with hooks and the inside game. I really think that Ray actually won that fight. I think Ray was actually robbed out of that fight, to be honest to you. Of course, the crowd, people are going to see otherwise, but it's all good. My opinion, I gave the fight to Ray, 114, 112. It was periods in the fight where even Emmanuel Stewart during that round, that the 10th going into the 11th round, he was telling Hearns he blowing it. He was down. And I agreed. I thought he was down too. Even with the first time he knocked, before the knockdown in 11, he told him he was down. And I thought he was really down then, even with him knocking Ray down in in rounds 3. Even though he knocked Ray down in rounds 3, I still thought that Thomas was down in the books. Great fight. It shows you the heart of Ray, because after 11, Ray still got up, went right to work. Even with Hearns. When Ray caught him and hurt him a few times, still had that willpower, man. They don't make those type of guys like they used to. And I'm gonna tell you a lot of the mistakes that Ray did make, in my opinion, in that fight. Both trainers, Pepe and Dave Jacobs, both stated to Ray, "You're standing too straight up," and Ray was standing too straight up. And what was happening was every time Ray get off a combination, he straights up and he backs up, and then that's when Tommy catches him with a straight right hand. And that was the only flaw, in my opinion, that was the most notable, that made that fight look closer than it was the fact that Ray was allowing Hearns to catch him with that right hand as he backs out, and also being straight up. So that was really, it could have been a more decisive victory, in my opinion, if Ray would have moved the head more and not been so straight up and backing out straight. That was the problem of the fight, in terms of making it a closer fight than it had to be. But Ray still pulled it off, in my opinion. Great fight. Heart of Lions. Hit the like and subscribe button. Leave your comments in the comment section. All opinions are welcome. But if you do have an opinion, please rewatch the fight. If I ask any of the viewers, please rewatch the fight with the sound down and give me your scorecard. Let's compare scorecards. I have it 114, 112, Ray Leonard. Even with the knockdowns. If the knockdowns was not there, it would have been an even higher percentage. He would have won. Thomas Hearns did get 4 rounds. Actually, he won, even if it was just regular rounds winning. But the knockdowns made it even closer than it actually was. The second win, Sports Media. This is Analysis 1, where we do controversial decisions. Leave a like and subscribe. Thank you very much.